Oh, we're alive. Hold on one second here. I wanted to do something. I wanted to do the countdown before we went live. Oh, well, I don't even know how to do that. Okay, let's see. Brand, create a brand. Oh, I got rid of all my brands. Oh, well, we're live. Oh, well. So it is Christine Hendricks, and I am off the cuff today with Mary Gillard and Karen Whalen when she makes it back into the room. Thank you, Mary, for being the guest today on Off the Cuff. I'm really excited actually to have you on here. And one of the reasons was, hi, Karen, we're live.
Hi.
Good timing.
Okay, like nothing's going to happen. We're ready. But the cupboard just fell out of the wall completely.
Oh, no. So what I was saying to your mom was one of the reasons that I was excited about having her on was I was watching her read her poems, and I know that you have done these poems for a very long time. So I have some questions around that, and I'm so excited to hear some of them. So we're going to get to those a little bit later. So first, I want to know, how long have you been doing these poems?
Oh my goodness, at least 25 years.
25 years.
25 years, yeah.
I thought, for some reason, I thought you started when you were a little girl.
Oh, I may have. Like, I never really paid attention to it. I was probably doing it then too. I was always writing. Yeah, I mean, years and years ago, like I had a lot published in the Bread of Life magazine that goes nationwide, and the Anthology of Music, of poetry in the U.S. And I think I was down in Nashville, and when I saw this magazine about writing for poetry, whatever, and I entered, and they did publish my poems, so it gave me an incentive to get them out of the boat, out of the, just my own.
Give me a reason to share it with the world.
My own scribblings, because I was always had a piece of paper and pen in my hand, and when we were traveling. So, and I did date them, and I did, like where I was when I did them. So, I have done them everywhere.
Nice. I did not know that you had them published in that. That's really neat. Because I don't know. They must sell millions or give away millions of that book, right? Like.
Yes.
A big audience.
yes, and I obviously didn't take advantage of it, and so lately now the Lord gave me a beautiful new office right out of the blue, and so it certainly gave me an incentive to do something with them, like it's such a blessing. They bless me, so if they bless me, they should bless others too. So.
Well, I think they will, and I think that I've been listening to them, and I think they're a blessing as well. Like I said, I wanted to have you on there. I was like, wow, like these are amazing. I want to share these with everybody that, can possibly see this stream. So I thank you again for being on here. I'm really excited to hear.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So, well, do you have something handy that you can read to us?
Yeah, I've just been going through it here. I have so many; it's so hard to choose.
I'm gonna put you on solo layout. You're gonna have full screen.
Okay.
There we go.
Wait! Look! There's her binder of poems. This is only one. This is one binder.
How many do you have?
At least 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a lot. And so it's hard to choose, and we were just trying to go through here. I think I'll read this one. It's called Here and After. If all the stars were strung on a bead from end to end, it would only be the beginning of the love we have for him. If we counted every grain of sand upon every shore, it would only be the start of counting life forevermore. We'll all live forever. That's a fact, my friend. Today you better decide which world you'll be in. Will you be with your father or the father of lies? No matter how rich or poor, we're all destined to die. But then life really begins. Where would you rather be? On streets of gold forever, or in a faceless sea? Of misery and pain and hopelessness, sadness personified, my friend, I tell you today, you're the reason Jesus died. Wow. They're all different. So, but it's Actually, most of the times it was my faith. Like I wasn't writing to share with anyone. It was just my personal communication with the Lord, I guess you call it.
And being Sunday today is a good day to share it. So
Yes,
I'm glad.
yes.
So when I listened to that, I heard how endless things are, and I was actually thinking quite a bit today about um, how God calls us to do things. And I really do think that God has written it on your hearts to do these poems and called you to do these poems. Do you have any poems on callings yet? Like, so here's what I'm playing with today. I have to do a 3 to 5 minute speech about basically my idea is my future self, what it would say to me, and what would motivate me to continue doing what I'm doing right now, which Karen, and I think you know, is to go on to stages and do public speaking, to inspire people hope, and to inspire people to do whatever it is God has called them to do, to follow through on their dreams, and whatever else he has in store for me, because I really don't know. Sometimes I think I'm in a direction, and then God calls me and says, no, not quite there, and starts steering me over in a different direction. Do you have anything on callings and anything like that yet?
I'm not sure in this binder.
This one says call on his name.
Call on his name, yeah. No, I totally relate to what you're saying, because I feel like all this poetry and all the time that I've spent writing this poetry, and I journal all the time. I always have a pen and paper in my hand, always. And maybe I'll share that with you another time, because I don't have all that here with me now. But yeah, but it's true, isn't it? Like that's why I feel like when I got my new office, I was like, oh wow, like this is the time God's telling me to step out. Like this is really out of my comfort zone doing this. But
God stretches you, and you're stretching right now.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
I started doing those live videos about being challenged and stuff, and then I said to Mom, like, we really need to get your poems out. So I don't know how did it come up with Hidden Treasure? How did that work?
Oh, Karen said buried. Well, what about Buried Treasure? Because she felt I had had all my poems buried for years, and whatever, just stuck here, there, and everywhere. And
no, that wasn't what I meant. I was thinking when she's dead and buried, we'll be revealing her poems, and we should do it beforehand. I didn't hear that.
And then so when she said that, so I said, no, how about Hidden Treasure? Because, I didn't like the idea that it was buried. Of course, I didn't know what she was thinking. But anyway. But my son did ask me when we were down in New Brunswick last year, and I took a couple of binders with me, and he said, Mom, what do you want to be known as a dead poet? Right?
Famous dead poet.
Famous dead poet, yeah. So I thought, no, like really and truly, there must be a reason why God gave me these poems. I'm really starting to get that now and understand that it's not me, it's him. It's something he wants me to use, because as we know, the world is in a mess right now. So a lot of my new poetry, if I brought the rest of them when I'm writing now, they are about what's happening right now. And it's interesting because I am sharing them online, and which is really a big step for me. I'm very shy, actually, very quiet usually.
But, I know. I'm surprised you're agreed to do this.
You're probably the only one would get me to do this, Christine.
Because you love me.
I do love you.
I'm glad you said some of those things, because I was playing with this idea today, and part of, I mentioned it earlier, but the other part that was going through my head was, who am I not to answer God's call? If I am going to say I am God's servant, faithful servant,
then
how can I say no to God and what God wants me to do? So and that hit the nail right on the head, what you said.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Yes. It's given you and me a gift, and we're like a little shy because we think it's about us. It's not about us,
No,
right?
not at all. Not
Not
at all.
about us at all. It's
That
about
was,
building the kingdom of God, right?
you're reading my mind here.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the next part of what I had been thinking about. It's funny, I was thinking about the half hour just before we went live here, and I was thinking of, because I have to do this small speech, and I'm like, it's not about us. It's about God and what
Yeah.
God wants, and the direction and the calling He's put on us. So, you know,
Exactly.
and who we're going to reach and who we're going to touch, because we may
Yeah.
not know, we may never know, but it will reach somebody and it will make a difference. So
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
was thinking recently that, you know, I don't know how to word this. We really need people to rise up and have their voices heard. We have so many people that are, we think it to ourselves, but we're not sharing it with other people. And there's no one to rise up. And especially as Christians and as Catholics, nobody's speaking out about what we feel or what we think or how we see things should be. We're not giving the hope. And so when you said that, I almost teared up. So
that's amazing, Karen, because that was the final completion of what my thoughts were. It was, God is up to some amazing stuff right now, and we have no idea. God is taking us from this craziness from this, what was 2020 and brought into 2021. And I see this change, this shift going on from it was this bad to hope, and some amazing things are coming, some amazing things, because God is. So I'm really glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting goosebumps. I love this. So Karen, I think that you probably were the driving force to get your mom to go online. Can you tell me how that all came about?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. You know, at my age, memory's going, right? I'm supposed to write these things down.
So
I think it's just, go ahead.
I just like, did you just like, Mom, let's do a video today? And like something happened. All of a sudden, now you're doing it.
We went to Campville.
No, well, no. The first time I think we
would have chair?
Was it the chair was the first? We were in the car one day.
In the car. The Pentecost Sunday. Pentecost Sunday
was when we started.
Was the first.
So I was doing my live videos, trying to come out of my comfort zone and bring a voice to the world. And I don't really know what that looks like yet. I did this thing called Own Your Own Future, and there was a challenge, so I did it. So somehow I ended up speaking to Mom about it, and then we want her poems to get out there, but it's not just a book. Like she says I haven't done anything with it for years, but she's been trying to get them published, and she's talked about doing a book, and we just don't know the steps to get there. But everything's changed with life, with Facebook Live, right? So I said, you know, the one thing that's really precious about your poems is not just that someone's going to pick it up and read it, but that you tell the story, and that it's there for generations, and it's on video, and it's for your kids, but it's for your kids, grandkids, and great grandchildren, and for the world. I mean, her poems are incredible, and God inspired. They're all God inspired.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an avenue to get it out there and to get started and sharing it. If not now, then when?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all have an expiry date. We don't know when that expiry date is.
Yeah.
And, got to do it now. All right. So when you talked about books and stuff, here was my final thoughts before we went live. I wonder if she would like to put that into a book format and put that on Amazon, because I can help her with that. And I believe that there is no cost in doing that. So
I've been really thinking about that. That's interesting you said that, because I'm like, and I save all the things about writers and books and all this, and I have that, and I've actually been contacted by Friesen Press about 3 times, and I've never responded back, which is really sad. But no, I do think that's my future is definitely to put them in a book. I can't remember the woman's name in the U.S. that writes all these beautiful poems and cards and everything. But anyway, I have her book, and it's a big inspiration to me, like to put them out there, because I know they're not just for me, right? It's not just something I'm supposed to have and hoard. It's something I'm supposed to share. So,
Yes.
like Karen said, it's the Lord, it's not me. But so
That actually goes back to something else. I did a quote around it. I meant to mention this earlier when Karen said hidden treasure, or sorry, you said hidden treasures. And I did a quote around that, hidden treasures, that we all have hidden treasures inside of us.
yes,
And I can't remember exactly what I wrote about that, but it was, we need to bring that hidden treasure out and shine
yes,
it for the
and
world
share.
to see. So that's really cool. I love that you call it hidden treasures too. I think that's what the name of the book should be, Hidden Treasures.
There you go.
I do, because they're hidden inside of her right now, or they're hidden like in her office, and there are treasures. So we thought about it. She started a Facebook page, or we started a Facebook page, which we're trying to build upon. And the challenge is to do one live poem every Sunday after Mass. We always go to Mass together, and we always hang out and have coffee together. And then, so now we've started doing these lives, and then every day she's supposed to post one on her page so people can read them.
And I have been
Oh,
doing
you
it.
do?
I have been doing it. Yeah. If you're on my Facebook, which we should be on each other's Facebook, I've been putting it in my story.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So when I do these interviews, I actually like to ask some fun questions, and
Okay.
I'm going to ask this as to the both of you. You can both answer it individually or together. So what is something fun you like to do? What is something fun either you like to do on your own or something you like to do together? Or both. You can answer both if you want.
Oh, that's easy.
What?
Every Sunday we go down to Blockhouse and we have our own special birds. And actually, if you go on my hidden treasure site, I took a picture of a seagull right on the front of my car, and it's absolutely sensational. And when we start going on live, we put that picture on, and now they got it on there like all the time, and it's just phenomenal. And every time we go down there, we have a party with the birds.
Wait, the bird's name is Grace.
We call the bird Grace. She visits us every time.
We have a special seagull, and her name is Grace. And at first, I thought my mom was loony, going loony. And I went with it because that's what you do when parents get older. But now I've come to accept it, and it's our special thing. But
that's our most fun thing.
I mean, and during COVID, especially, we go to Blockhouse, and someone will say, "Hey, do you want to?" Oh, someone's like, one of the kids will say, "Oh, Dad, can you drive me to Blockhouse just to go around?" And then the other one goes, "Oh, I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming." So it's like a family thing we do now, Blockhouse.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a real fun thing. Yeah.
Well, Karen, you're not alone in the thoughts about your mom having the seagull name. I can't give away all the details because it'll be coming out in, I think, August. But I am being mentored by Les Brown, and he also has a secret friend that he shares with us on our Facebook groups, which is private. So I think they're going to actually come out and market this little friend, and they're actually creating more around it. So it's going to be really interesting what they do. I can't wait. I don't know if I'm allowed to share any of this stuff.
No,
so I'm not going
share it.
Well,
okay. It's a hidden treasure we're going to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny because he has a son, John Leslie, and when this all started, he's like, "Oh, Dad, no, put that away." Anyway, so I can't wait for him to share his little friend publicly. Okay, I just want to take a quick check here, see if we got any comments. Sometimes I'm gonna look on my laptop here.
So when you got a moment too, she found another poem she's going to share with you.
Yes, I want to definitely close out with a poem. Oh,
okay.
You know what? I don't know if it went live or not on Facebook, but we're on YouTube anyways. Okay, let's see here. Let me see here. I may have to share it over to Facebook if it didn't. Anyways, okay, so that's why I'm not seeing any comments. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I love this question. If you have one wish, what would it be?
Oh,
It can be anything. It could be something fun. It could be whatever you want.
I think I would be really thrilled to get this published. I think that's probably my number one dream right now. Like, I've thought about it for years and thought it was impossible, but I realized nothing's impossible. So, yeah, I think that would be, I would be really thrilled, yeah, to have my poetry out there.
That's a beautiful answer. Karen, do you have one wish?
Um,
You're gonna have to move. I can't see you. You're not in the screen
Yeah,
for me. There we go. That's better.
there was it 5 or 6 years ago. I got involved with this group, Life Leadership,
My head's tipped.
and I remember your son Josh telling me that our passwords are something about we have to dream big. And he's like, what's your dream? What's your biggest dream? And I was thinking, I don't dream. I don't know. Like, I don't have any dreams. And so every now and then, shouldn't tell you this, one of my passwords is in one of my things that I go into, I can't tell you which one now, is dream big. And it's to remind me to dream. And every now and then recently, I've been really thinking about it. I'm like, why did I change my password to that? And then I realized it was like, Josh challenged me. And
See?
Now
so
you're gonna have to change your password.
for sure. But you don't know for which application that's for. But
Trust me, hackers will try everything.
true, I'll change it. So, but I really need to work on dreaming. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like when he asked me that question, I was really stumped. And now you're asking me, and I'm still really stumped. I guess my one wish would be that really that we could all right now we could all stop wearing masks and we wouldn't have to social distance and we could just visit with our friends and travel and do what we want to do. That all this scamdemic would be over. That would be my wish.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when you said that, something came to mind, and this is something I often tell people, that without the bad, you don't know what the good is. And without the bad of what has happened in the last year and a half, we wouldn't know what the good is. Like our freedoms.
Yes.
Just the ability to not wear a mask, how good that is. Like we wouldn't have known that. Like really wearing masks. But anyways, okay, so let's see, what else do I have here?
I was thinking about that in church this morning, that how many men fought for our freedoms in Canada and how we've really taken that for granted, and now they could possibly be taken away from us, and it's kind of in transition of that. And but I was really thinking about freedom. It's really interesting.
Freedom is very close to my heart too. George Gazzardo has wrote books and did speeches on freedoms, which I love listening to him speak when he talks about that stuff. So freedom's very important to me. Okay. What is, I don't know. I think we could kind of answer this one. Did we answer this one? What is something you're looking forward to doing in the future? Aside from getting a book published?
Traveling to the States.
Oh, I know.
Our friends are in the States, and they live just across the border in like Syracuse area, and we want to go to Florida with them and go to Disney. And we were supposed to go to Cayman last year for our 30th anniversary, and we didn't get to go. So all those little things. So yeah, travel to the States is what I'm looking forward to.
Goes back to freedom. My friend Lynn is from Syracuse. She lives in Montana, but she's traveling back to Syracuse. And I'm like, please let the border be open when she gets here. Like, you know, I'm not sure if she's here already, but she's doing a whole like tour. So I don't know if she's in Syracuse yet. Oh, I think she's in Florida right now. So anyways, yeah, I can't wait.
Christine, I have a granddaughter and a 2.5-year-old great granddaughter that I haven't seen in almost a year and a half. You know, so we're 20 minutes away in Lisbon, New York, just across the river. So it's heartbreaking, you know. We don't know when we'll get to see her again.
That's what you're looking forward in the future to be.
Absolutely. That's number one. Yeah. To see our grandchildren.
Okay, let's see. What else do I have for questions? Well, is there this? I have this question. It's more for, because usually I do motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, transformational speakers, and people around that. And usually they have a specific message that they try to convey to their audience. Do you have a specific message that you would like to convey today? You can just pass if you say no, not right at the moment if you don't, but if you do, I'd love to hear it.
Do you want me to speak or
Give her a moment. She'll give you.
No, I already.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Mary.
Well, I think mainly, like all my writings, it's all in like I've been a member of the prayer group for 40 years, so I mean, I guess that's my main focus in life, and yeah, all most of my poetry is to turn people toward the Lord, and and be kind to each other, and I work on that myself, of course, like we all have to work on it. We're human. But yeah, I guess that's it, to inspire people that we probably wouldn't even think of that, realize that we're not in this world just for now. It's, there's a purpose and a reason and a future. And if I can lead people to the Lord, that sounds, I don't want that to sound prideful, because I certainly don't mean to be, but really and truly, I don't want to see anybody lost. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that message. And in my private group, one of the speeches I did was not another soul. I don't want to lose another soul.
No, exactly.
I love that. Karen, I think you had something you wanted to say.
I didn't in the beginning, but I realize now it's to be to help others to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's I started a blog 4 years ago, and then I didn't continue it. I've just tried to pick it up again. And I read a Matthew Kelly book that really inspired me to become the best version of myself. So, and the little key tip was to make the next right choice, whatever that is, in the next 30 seconds, minute, 10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
What the next right choice is to. Yes. So make the next right choice in becoming the best version of yourself.
One thing.
The one thing. And in the book, they talk about that, making, what's the one thing right now I can do? What's the next one thing that's the right thing to move me in the direction I want to go, whatever that direction is, dream, purpose, destiny. So that's a really good book. And I love Matthew Kelly's voice and his accent.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal writer too. There was something else I wanted to ask. Oh, if someone is meeting you for the first time, what is something that you would tell them that they might find interesting about you? So it's like, oh, Mary, tell me something interesting about you, kind of thing. Karen, you'll be next.
Wow. Of course, at my age now, I have 5 great grandchildren, and I'm expecting another one in a month. So that's my excitement now. My grandchildren, my great grandchildren, is like, wow, I can't believe I'm at this stage in my life. I'm just happy to be still here.
That's awesome, Karen.
I find recently is really coming out that I really desire to be creative. So I've built my career on business and doing office work and things like that. But so I'm very business oriented. I'd love to be an entrepreneur and different things like that. But the creativity is, I want to paint. I want to learn to paint. I wanted to be in grade 5. I wanted to be an artist, and I always thought I would, but I never pursued it. I love to sew. I'm trying to do a mural on my back wall and my fence. So I'm really, this summer I have a focus. I signed up for a course to learn to draw, and I'm going to focus on that.
Nice. I love your creativity and the things that you've done. But the one thing I find interesting about you is your networking with people, and how you connect and just connect people is really cool. Yes. Well, I want to thank you both for being on here. I've enjoyed this. So it should be going up on YouTube. It should be live. So we've just got the red button on YouTube where people can click and subscribe. And then there's also the share button on both YouTube and Facebook if this is going live. I'm not sure. I do see we have one viewer, so thank you, one viewer. We appreciate you and all the future viewers, because I'm sure we'll have some future ones. So I appreciate the both of you being on here. I'm going to put you on a solo layout again, and Mary, I'll let you finish off with one of your poems.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, not me. Hold on a second. I did it wrong. I hit the wrong one. There we go.
Okay. It's called Refreshed. Just when I'm dry and tired, Lord, you come and fill me up. Just when I'm empty, Lord, you refill my cup. I'm also grateful, Lord, of how you care for me. Never will I leave you, or empty I will be. You refresh and encourage me, Lord. You hold me in your care. Where could I ever go that you would not be there? That's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And that is a perfect ending, because lately I have felt like my cup has been overflowing. It has put me in a different place, just everywhere, mentally, physically. I am in a different place. So my cup is overflowing, and having you on here is just filling that cup even more. So thank you very much, and we'll say goodbye. And thank you to all the viewers.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.